Hi guys, it's Dr. Mohammad Usman and I am back with another video on the topic of sales and operation process. And today we will be talking about maturity and critical success factors in sales and operation process. Previously we have studied different concepts in my previous video, which you can view at my YouTube channel. And other than that, I can just give you the overview what we have studied till now. If we can start from the basics, we had studied the history, the sales and operation definition, then its some uses, its goals, its different definitions, and its difference between the demand and supply, then its typical s&op results and its benefits, then something about what it is and what is not, then s&op process, and then we had studied the annual operating budget plan, and we had studied in detail along with the monthly sales and operation cycle. So today, moving toward the maturity of sales and operation, basically we have studied that sales and operation process will be driven by continuous incremental improvement. So using the previous model, what we have learned that we should start implementing the sales and operation process starting from the week and then moving on to the months. Then in each month we improve and implement those changes which we have learned from the market. This is called the sales and operation maturity process. We cannot implement the sales and operating process all together and then get a growth or profit. We have to go through the maturity model and then we have to implement it for small changes, and by change we move up to the maturity level where we have a solid sales and operating process. So talking about the level 1, we have in level 1 is the fundamentals of sales and operating process, a maturity process. Then on level 2 we go up to the decision making, and level 3 the strategic collaboration. So level 1 will be the working on the fundamentals and implementing the sales and operation process until it has very less changes. Then level 2 is that we work on decision making of those changes and we implement them accurately in our sales and operation process. Then moving on to the level 3, it is the strategic collaboration, and which can be achieved only when we have a solid processes and we have all team on one common goal. So further, the sales and maturity process cannot be achieved in all one go, and we have to work on it up to months or years to achieve up to level 3 collaboration, strategic collaboration in our sales and operation processes. So starting from the maturity level 1, it will be providing you the fundamentals of sales and operation. First of all, in this one we will bring together the people, processes and technology, and we will align our team and our business processes, and then we use some technology methodology for using them on our business processes and bringing together all of them on one point. Then we will compile the sales in units at this time, and revenue and our currency data. So what is it is like it is like a monthly or weekly sales review, and it will be providing you the overview of your sales in unit and your actual demand from the market to balance your supply and chain. And then when we can further take action on forecasting, and we can work on the supply and demand balancing. So on level 1 you have to balance your supply and demand. You will balance the actual inventory and your actual order from your customers. So at the you will achieve the level 1 maturity when you have accurate amount of supply and demand in your organization. So level 1 will be the one when you will have all the actual orders according to the actual demand of the market. When you will go on to the level 2, it will be the decision making level. You will work on it when you have attained a business process or business driver that can grow up your revenue and profit. So it will be a maturity level where you can take decisions on further on your business processes for their improvement. Its strategic goal is to align it with sales, operation and financial plans, and you will not compromise on different financial operations or key performance indicators. You will work on different groups to understand the trade-offs, and you will further work on increasing your organization revenue and profit. At level 2 you will be having meetings with your team members. You will be having pre-executive sales and operation meeting. You have final meeting with your sales and operation team. So level 2 will be attained when your all team is on one level and all are working on a common goal toward implementing the sales and operation processes. So what we will be achieving the level 2 decision making when we have implemented all those business process drivers and we have improved our process over to the level 2 maturity. So this level will be when you are over the supply and demand balancing, then you can achieve it. If you are still over managing the or balancing your supply and demand, then you are not on the maturity level 2. The level 2 is advanced maturity level 3, which is strategic calibration. You will achieve it when you have known your internal business units inputs and external business outputs. So basically you should be knowing your key process input variables and key process output variables to your processes. At this level you must have generated your process flows, your flow charts, your improvement process flow charts, and you must have improved your process up to the level, then you can move up to the strategic collaboration. Because when you will go on to the strategic collaboration, you will be requiring both your internal and external channel on one path, which means customer, suppliers and partners on one path, and you will be moving toward growth and profit. So at this level your policies, your business methods and your sales and operation process should be known also by your suppliers and partners. They must be following the same path. So as it is written that create, so you will be creating the collaborative business processes if they do not exist, and you will use technology to support your processes via workflows and plan performance reviews. So at this level you will be making monthly, quarterly and annually financial budget plans, and you will be using them in your organization for business improvement and for your process improvement. So these maturity levels are up to here now, and we will be moving further with the 7. So after the maturity processes, I will start with the 7 critical success factor for sales and operation excellence. Number 1 is the demand and supply visibility. So if you know what are the actual orders and what are the resources at your hand, then you can actually manage your demand and supply. The challenge which you will be facing at this moment will be the multiple systems. There will be outdated information, there can be tons of manual files, or the information will not be visible to you. So what you should be doing at this moment, you should be cleaning your account information, you should be cleaning your data, you should be just storing the required information and delete the duplicate records which are not related to your demand and supply. What it will provide you an exact amount of actual demand and supply, and it will less the burden on your process, and you will have an actual picture that where your organization currently stands. On number 2, you will be critical success factor is the collaborative forecasting. So at first you will be needing to have all the team members on one scale or on one common plan. So for this you should have a common plan for sales, operation and finance. So the challenge is to combine together all of them, and what it will be doing, it will be helping you to generate a common plan by having cross-functional meetings with your all the team members, and you will make sure that all the margins set by the organization can be achieved through that plan or through the current demand and supply process. And other than that, the margins of sales, operation and finance will also act independently. So you should be knowing that which margin is accurate and which is wrong. So the level 1 maturity also tells you about that you should know your process, and you should forecast for according to your processes or actual demand, and you should know that what are the actual orders. The third critical success factor is that you should know about your new product, and you should know that how to launch that product, and what are its market, and what are the plans to launch it, and which process can be used to launch it further. But the challenge will be that you will be having limited interdepartmental visibility at this moment. To overcome this factor, what you should be including the new product planning in every sales meeting, and you should tell your sales team and your supply team that we are going to launch new product, and you can discuss the new resources required. It will be by doing this you will be able to forecast the launch dates and the resources required for that product, and you can also use the automated tools of sales and operation processes for that specific product for a new product. And also it will also help you to include your product in every sales and meeting, and it will help you to align your demand plans. So basically, if you have to get the raw material for the new product, so without knowing that what are the material required for that product, you cannot launch that product. So new product introduction can be done, and it is a critical success factor for sales and operational processes. On number 4, what you should have a supply planning, as already told. If you have excess inventory, you will have inventory constraints, and you have limited supply responses, then you will not be able to sell your product. So you should be knowing what is your inventory currently at this moment, what are the resources, and how much time the supply takes to deliver your product. If the time is greater, then you have to lessen the time, then you have to work on another supplier or another process. You can use it by setting a strategic planning horizon, and you can make sure that in every meeting you discuss the supply and demand plans ahead of the time. It will make sure that your time from the supplier is reduced, and when you have the lower inventories, you can just order before the time, so there will be less stock outs. So you should be doing supply planning on weekly, daily basis, as we have seen in the previous process. And fifth one is the monthly review meetings. It is similar like when you will go on to the level 2 of the maturity model and the actual monthly cycle of sales and operation. You should conduct monthly review meetings, and you should discuss the plans and for your next product, and your actual product demand, and your actual market, and you will also devise a process plan for the whole month, and you will also measure the goal, sale metrics, and operational targets. And you will do it by managing your all the team and including all your team during the process. So it will be more easy for you to know about your product and when you will launch, and what is the actual inventory at this moment. But the challenge will be like you should have defined roles. Your team members should be knowing that what they have to do and how they will implement or launch a certain product. On number 6, the critical success factor is the performance management. You have to define your metrics clearly. You should not define your metrics on the basis of just analysis that I will be selling 100 products a month. You should conduct market analysis and then set the market target. Like previously I told, you should not force your salesperson to launch a product for which you don't know the market. When you force the salesperson to launch a certain product, then he will not be able to do it if he will not be having any knowledge of that product. And the opportunity will be that it will help you. You should include it in monthly review meetings. You should capture the forecast accuracy, as previously I have told. When you will go on sales and operation planning, you will do monthly meetings. By monthly meetings, you will have the actual forecast, and by the time your forecast will improve, and your levels of aggregate forecast will also increase. So what you will have a clear picture of the market, and next time you will launch that product, you will have a clear picture that how many products should be made and how many should be launched. So performance management is a key success factor, and without metrics you cannot even analyze the supply and demand. So you should have clear metrics defined for all your processes. So at number 7, we will be talking about the executive sale and operation meetings. Basically the challenge will be that you will have lack of sponsorship and buy-in problem. You will not have connection with the company's strategic and financial objectives. It is basically the level 3 maturity of your sales and operation processes. To achieve it, you should have a strategic planning meeting every month, and you should have an executive sales and operation meeting with all the persons. By this you will need to have monthly review meetings with all the staff, and you will monitor the performance. And the number C and 5, 6 is the previous 2 points which we can use. It should involve all the level organization, and also the top management. Participation is critical to make the key decision. If the top management is not available and they will not participate, then you cannot achieve a strategic level across the organization. So these were the 7 critical success factors, and I have summarized them in the next slide. If you can see, from the executive S&op, you have lack of sponsorship or buy-in, no connection with the company's strategic and financial objective. Then you have performance management, monthly reviews, supply planning, new product introduction, collaborative forecast and planning, and then demand and supply visibility. So all challenges are over here, and you have to overcome on them one by one. So starting from the lower side, it will be from the level 1 maturity to level 3 maturity when you will reach the executive SOP. So this video was up to here now. Please do like my channel by visiting the YouTube link and subscribe to the updates for other videos. You can also request for any video which I can make in a simple English concept or Urdu, and I will be happy to make it for you. Thank you.